Welcome back, everybody. Last week we got the front of the firewall all cleared up, or all closed up. The front frame rails all cleaned up as well, ready for paint. Got the rear firewall in, so I'm just finishing up the rear firewall, getting ready to finish that up. Then we're going to clean that up. I'm going to try to stand this thing up on the back end and hopefully clean up underneath. A few spots I got to finish weld, but for the most part it's ready to go, other than just cleaning it up ready for paint. So we're going to get hustling on that and hopefully get the front and back of this thing. Alright, so I was able to get that firewall plate that Gavin 3D printed. You got a haircut. It doesn't look like a homeless kid anymore, so that's good. But he designed those. I kind of destroyed this one getting it in. The reason what happened is I made these too short to really be able to get it in, and then so I put them in at an angle and then twist them, but it was too short there, so they didn't want to go together. So I had to grind it away, and it broke kind of going together, but it's in there, it's sealed up, it'll work. So that should be sweet. So the firewalls are done. I've got to poke holes in them and stuff to mount certain things, but that's pretty much all my coolant tubes and everything. They're all through the firewall. So I'm really stoked on that, but I'm gonna get going, clean this, get this thing, some stuff welded up, get it cleaned up, and then hopefully get some paint on it. All right, so much like last week, I haven't covered a lot, but I've got all this wire cupped. Just took wire wheel to it to get the loose stuff off and a lot of the rust. So I've got everything all taped off as to what I need taped. So time to squirt some paint on it. Got another box of Vibrant goodies. Thank you guys over there. Appreciate it. Got me one of their catch cans too. I'm excited to see this thing. Alright, so it's been a long couple of days and I'm not entirely sure where I left off in the last section of this video. But a couple of really cool things. I've got all the tape and everything off of these coolant tubes, which is sick. The rear subframe is painted, and I put that back in the car to get it out of my way. I still got to put the front end. I've torn apart all of the Wise Fab. That's all getting powder coated. Not going to show you the color of it because it'll give it away. It'll give the wrap away. Part of it, anyway. Got word from one of my sponsors, who I'm very grateful for, that car is getting wrapped. So I gave them a deposit on the material. They're helping me out majorly, so really stoked on that. Two other things. I just went down to 411 Works, hung out with Ryan for a little bit, got this absolutely gorgeous handbrake. This thing is so sick. This thing weighs, let me throw you on the floor. Oh, you're still going, cool. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Like, this thing weighs like nothing to start with. And then it is so tight in a good way. Like, there's no slop or anything. It is just super nice quality. I don't know why you would own anything but this handbrake with this on the market. If you don't buy one of these and you're buying a different handbrake, you're an idiot. Also, we have a fucking motor. I just went and picked this up. This is my little 4.8 that hopefully we're going to be turning to like 8,500 RPMs. There's a bunch of goodies inside of it. It's still stock crank, stock rods. Everything else inside of that motor is not stock. So should be a good time. I'm stoked. It should party. Should spin it to like 8,500 RPM. Hopefully make a good amount of power. So we're going to start getting some stuff together for that. I've got to start working on some stuff I've got planned tonight. I've got a bunch of people coming tomorrow. Just going to start wiring the car, putting the motor, tranny, all of that stuff in the car. I've got to finish powder coating all of the front stuff, powder coat and paint a bunch of other stuff. I've got a lot of stuff to do. So I got to get going. I don't know how much I'm going to record in the next couple of weeks. I'll try to give you guys as much updates as possible. I don't know how interesting it's going to be, but pretty much it's just putting the car back together from what you saw me do anyway. So it's really not a whole lot for me to show you. So here you going, and hopefully I've got enough to put a video together. These things are awesome. I don't know, if you don't know about these, you need to buy one. So if you need to mark a hole through something, literally centers itself, push down, and it marks dead center of that. And you watch, it's just a little poof of chalk. So sick. And it just leaves nice little holes. That one I did like way too many times to show you guys, but and then you just go in with your center punch, pop, pop. I'm doing this left-handed. Pink, pink. I'll link it on Amazon. They're super cheap. They're super sick. You need them. And then they just wipe off. No blue for you. All right, so we're back. I've got my control arms powder coated. Not showing you the poo color. Paul's here. My buddy Kyle's here. Mike's here, powder, sandblasting. Terry's doing tires on his wife's car. Kyle is getting bell housing off. We got to center the bell housing with some offset dowel pins, but yeah, we're moving right along.
Boo.
Hi. I made a terrible mistake, Paul.
What'd you do?
I unconnected the air from this,
Yep.
fill this whole compartment,
Yep.
and you know.
What is that?
That's
the powder?
Yeah, look around you in the air.
Oh, cool. So I'm just breathing in powder.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't think it was gonna make that much of a mess, but yeah.
Do you have your mask and safety squints on?
Yep.
So what are we doing?
Powder coat. Well, attempting to.
Huh?
We're attempting to powder coat. So right now I'm just cutting some of this tape that can go in the oven, covering up all the threads, so none of that powder gets in there, because if it does, you got to retap the whole freaking thing. So just trying to cover
And this
it up
is
as best as I can.
the Weissfab angle kit that's going to get powder coated.
And
A
it's
top secret.
top secret color.
Specific
You guys
color.
have to black and white this video,
Yep.
so nobody sees what's
I'm going to reveal it right now. The color is going to be
blue. No.
You figure it out, Eli? Here. Special guest Richie. So everyone, I'd like to welcome Richie. What up? He's host of the popular YouTube series How Not to Build a Drift Car.
I do it so bad. I'm here to help. I'm a crossbred. I can do everything.
Tell me a little bit about it.
About this?
Yeah.
It looks like there's some bolts that are a little too tight, so we're gonna loosen some up.
Yep.
This clutch, we're gonna cross thread that on there. We're gonna make sure it never comes off.
Yep.
Other than that, it's better than mine. I'm kind of bummed by it. It's like.
Over here. Right where I left it.
It's like fucking touching the fucking.
You fisting your engine? Anything good in there?
I wonder if you take one of those the flywheel bolts out and then stick it right where one of the flywheel bolts is. Try that with that setup, because the problem is this doesn't articulate enough this way.
Yeah.
It doesn't bend enough that way
Yeah.
to get this so it's not hitting the fucking edge of the bell housing. We could cut this down too. I have a ton of pieces.
Oh, let me take a bolt out and see.
Yeah, see if you can get that to work. All right, little update. We got Richie here.
What's up?
Richie showed up.
Oh,
We got lower ball joints in, shock bushings in. He's putting the shocks in now so we can assemble the rest of the rear.
Buttermouths.
Paul's been sandblasting. Kyle has been learning how to center a bell housing. You having fun?
Too much math.
Mike's still powder coating. Mike. And I am getting ready to build some brackets to hold some PDMs and stuff. So moving right on. Paul decided he wanted to put the quick change gears in, so that's what we're doing now.
And we're using 26, 23, which is
For
what?
now.
I think it's a 466.
For now.
So it should be a good ratio, I think, for me to start with. We'll see. Well, there we go. First time gears are in it. Very nice. You're not going to lube the O-ring? Fucking motor and trannies in. So I haven't videoed a whole bunch. We've just been plugging along. Mike's got all of the rear stuff tightened up. Had to machine my stubs a little bit because they were hitting some bolts because they're built for the CTS, so some bolt interference issues. He's getting the axles in it now. We had to cut down some bolts because they don't fit. I've got my PDMs mounted. I've got the ECM mounted to the back of this. I've got my third PDM mounted back there. So we're plugging along. I got quite a bit done. Motor is in the car. I don't know if I showed that, but motor, tranny, everything's all bolted up. Kyle did an awesome job getting the bell housing centered. Ended up like 3.5 thou off, which is perfect. Under 5 is what I try to stay with when I'm doing them. Got the oil pump lines under it as well, or on the pin as well. So I've just got to do 2 short little lines going to the pump, and then that's all good. I can start kind of prepping some stuff there, but I really got to get hustling on the wiring on the car. But yeah, a lot done so far today. It's like 9:30, so I got a little bit of time left in me. Today's been a long day, but we're getting going on this. And yeah, really excited. Shop's a complete disaster. I'm going to spend some time doing that. So yeah, so I'm cleaning that tomorrow. All right, so new day. Obviously we know where we're at with that. Mike got the other axle in. I am working on adding bulkheads to my engine harness. I've got to pull some wires back through because there's some stuff that's staying in the car that normally would go out of the firewall. So it's actually like my oil temp. That's going to go to the dry sump tank. So that I got to run that back through the other side of the car. That way it's not out the front firewall and then under the car. Everything's going to run inside through a rear grommet. So I'm working on that. I've got a couple other things I've got to pull back through, and then just start cutting wires, pinning them, and putting them through bulkheads. So just kind of plugging along on this. This isn't going to be very exciting or anything, so probably not going to record any of it. All right, so I ended up getting the engine harness all pinned onto the bulkheads. I got it loomed and everything. I'm going to redo this piece of shrink tube because it needs to be a little longer, or these need to be longer. I don't know, but that's probably going to get redone. I've got to somehow figure out, maybe cut a little seal or something for those, because the sheet metal is not thick enough and the nuts are bottoming out before tightening up. So I'll probably just cut a little gasket out to put on the back side of those to hold those in place. label everything, mark everything. The other side's all plugged in. ECM is mounted on the back side of that. I've got everything plugged in there. And then my CAN wire goes over to the bus bar. And I've got all my just accessory harnesses just ready to be measured up so I can start measuring the rest of the wiring harness. So this was the big one because I knew where this needed to be. Everything else, now I can just start measuring and figure out how I'm running everything. So really excited. So, but I think that's gonna do it for this one, guys. I've gotten out of time, and hopefully I've got enough content for you guys. But yeah, catch you on the next one. Please like, share, comment, and and subscribe. Do that. Please do that. But, peace.